What's up, Devils? J-dawg back to answer some more goddamn questions. But before we get to some goddamn questions, I actually was at the fucking shop today, and we got a new band. The fucking J-dawg gives 2 paws up, 2 paws way the fuck up on it. You know me, I don't really recommend too many things on the channel, stuff that comes in or whatever, because I don't like to really do the whole sales pitch thing. But some of the guys saying, J-dawg, he doesn't really check out too many bands or doesn't like it. Well, I know they say don't check out bands, but don't like as many bands. It's just he only likes the old shit. As you guys know, I mean, I've been recommending the stuff that I do like, like the Melting Rot, the Pharmacist, Spider, the newer bands that I heard and fucking love. We got another one to add to the fucking pile. First time release, we just got these in, never heard of them. So Chase theoretically did the trade. And it's on Extremely Rotten Productions over in Denmark, which his stuff is, he's another label I really do like. I can't say I like every release he's done. He's definitely reissued some of the oldies too, like obscure bands, like what was it, like Grotesque Infection and shit. So all like shit that's up my alley, but someone I put out, I'm like, it's okay. You know what I mean? Might have been an obscure band from back in the past or a newer band of that style. But nonetheless, very, very good label, and he's kind of like one of the 5, I would say, where I check out. I'm not going to say every release he does when it comes in, but almost always. I mean, you almost have to look like completely uninteresting to me, in my mind, to not check it out if it's on his label. But just got these in. Never even fucking heard of the band, and it's kind of a fucking unmemorable name. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing it right. It's called Miasmatic Necrosis. Apex Profane is the name. Cover. XI. Just got these. I don't even know if they're online yet. They might not even be. By the time this video goes up, they probably will be. But the cart wheeled out, and I saw the like I told you guys how I check shit out. Nobody recommended this. Nobody recommended it to me or anything. It was just by the cover art and Extremely Rotten. It looked like I was like, oh, this might be another obscure old band to check out. And then when I was listening to it, I loved it so much that I metal archived it. So basically, this is their only release from 2020. Hoping he did an LP, and I actually text Chase. I liked it so much today that if he didn't do an LP of it, I'd be up for hell's doing an LP, maybe even fucking shirts. And what kind of music is it? It's total like regurgitates the first album, the total effortless regurgitation of Bright Red Blood or whatever. Total worship of that. So basically, carcass worship, but in the regurgitate style, where it's like it's a studio recording but raw, really fucking just a little bit more grittier. You know how they kind of try to take the whole early Carcass and make it a little bit more song short. It's got this guy's 22 songs, I believe it said. I'm like, 21 songs, but it was 22 minutes. I saw a player. So every song averages about a minute. Really catchy, really memorable in the first listen. Fucking air guitar and all the way out. So if you like the first Regurgitate, it's like total worship of that. And when I was looking, I was like, makes sense just because the whole field is covered with the organs and shit. I don't know, it's just because with a girl on the Regurgitate cover thrown up and stuff, it just has that whole like kind of look feel to it, just the whole image of it. So maybe that was in my mind. I was kind of thinking old 90s stuff, kind of Carcass, but then when I put it out, I'm like, oh yeah, total, it's Regurgitate. That's the feel it has, just the packaging. Like I said, the back, that's the feel it has, and that's what it sounds like. So if you're like a big fan of that record, you're going to love it. You're going to love it, Brian. So that's a fucking 10 in my book. So that's a new goddamn band that J-dawg's all about. If Extremely Rotten Productions isn't doing an LP, hell, I'd love for Hells to do LP, fucking t-shirt of it. Because all I have or I saw come in was the goddamn, just that CD. Again, never heard of them, knew nothing about it, nobody recommended it. I'm just looking at the receiving card. I'm like, oh, this looks like it'd probably be good. So, Extremely Rotten. He's usually, like I said, definitely puts out shit that's up my alley. Whether all the stuff is like, I'll pick it up or not. Like, this is something like, I liked it so much, like, I'll literally buy it. Like, I'll check it out through the website. You know what I mean? So I'll have to check. Just listen to it, like I said, a couple hours ago. So I figured I'll mention on this fucking video before the questions. But once it's on like on the website, like I'll check it out, like check out, have to buy it, open up the wallet, etc. As opposed to a lot of stuff, like I told you guys, the background listen. I'm like, it's kind of like just elevator metal. You know what I mean? It's a background listen, just break the silence. Where I'm like, it doesn't suck, but I wouldn't buy it. That's something I'll actually fucking buy. So, in case you happen to give a fuck, there's a goddamn new band for the Devils to check out. That J-dawg gives 2 goddamn fucking thumbs up next to the goddamn Caustic Phlegm. Brutal sick shit to you for you, bro, too. No pussy shit. Anyways, let's go with some goddamn questions. The next video that was online, I just pulled it up, didn't read jack fucking shit, just make sure it's brought up. Was the video of thoughts on people wearing the Misfits shirts that know nothing of the music. 1.2K views 2 weeks ago, goddammit. 188 comments. Let's scroll all the way to the fuck to the bottom. Bottom gets first fucking look. All the way down there, goddamn. Shit. This is way down there. Okay. Sewer vomits. This is some question marks. Misfits is a great gateway band for any child. Yeah, I'm not great, and I love the Misfits. So I mean, it's an actual gateway band that's good. Unlike the fucking the Marilyn Mansons, the Cold Chambers, the Rammsteins, things like that. Those could be gateway bands too. Speaking of fucking Rammstein, I thought it was funny because I'm not like a Rammstein fan per se at all, but I hear their songs here and there because it seems like a lot of, for whatever reason, I don't know why, it seems like a lot of fucking like pro bodybuilders liked Rammstein or like would guest pose to them and shit like that. So I kind of like, I've heard their songs and I know what they sound like, right? I forget who told me. It was maybe, I think it was pre-COVID or post-COVID. Volcano, Brazilian band Volcano, fucking was playing a show or something. And anyways, the Rammstein guy, I guess the singer, which I don't even know his name, likes Volcano, which I'm like, never would have expected that in a million years. And I think it was a Bloody Vengeance LP he brought up, but he brought something from the guys to sign. Like, wow, guy likes real fucking metal. You know what I mean? Fuck, he likes more metal than Tom G. Tom G ain't listening to no fucking Volcano Bloody Vengeance. So I thought that was pretty cool. You know what I mean? A big, kind of commercial metal techno gateway band, whatever the hell you may be considered, likes like actual real metal. I wonder what other fucking, if he likes Volcano, I mean, I'm sure he likes other fucking real metal, theoretically. I mean, likes, early Sepultura, Sarcophago, maybe Possessed, Slaughter, maybe the early shit, what I mean, 80s stuff. I thought that was kind of cool. Never would expect that in a million fucking years. I forget who told me about that too. I guess it was on they saw it on his Facebook or something. I'm like, really? Never would have expected that. But, Misfits, if it's a gateway band, it's a gateway band that I actually like. Because most of the bands I consider gateway, like I said, like the Marilyn Mansons, etc., it's like, that's the only thing I kind of consider them good for, the Slipknots, because I think the music's horse shit. But if it's gateways into the good stuff, you gotta start somewhere, right? J-dawg, question, goddammit. What's more annoying, the slam dancing kid that does push-ups in the mosh pit, or the posers that bought a Misfits shirt at Old Navy? The Old Navy guys, for sure. Because a lot of it's like, do they even listen to it? At least the guy that's actually at the show acting like a fucking canoe or doing something. And the thing is, push-ups in the mosh pit, I can't even say I've ever seen that. Like, has someone actually done that? Is that a thing? Am I just not, like, out of the loop? And I'm at shows all the time. I was just at Mortician 4 days ago or whatever, and there was a hell of a pit going on, and stage diving and body surfing and all that. I didn't see any goddamn push-ups going on. I mean, unless I just missed it, but I didn't see it. So, but hell, if even that was the case, hey, at least they're at the show, so they at least heard them. And fuck, theoretically, they're kind of into it, dude. They're going kind of all out in the fucking pit, so they're at least kind of enjoying the tunes. The canoe at the fucking Navy store, fuck him. Doesn't probably listen to the shit. So I'd have to go with the Navy store guy. Granted, I don't know anyone that buys a fucking Misfits shirt at Army and Navy store, but I get your gist. I can see where you're coming from. It's definitely not the realm of possibility. Wicked Devil, King Devil, what do you think is the worst metal band ever? You got one reply. Cenotaph. Green Jelly is pretty bad. I don't know if I'd go as far as saying that. I mean, I thought the Three Little Pigs song was pretty good. It's catchy, it's memorable, it's fucking funny. And if nothing else, even like that, I don't know if I'd be considered the worst fucking metal band of all time. Who would I consider the fucking worst? Honestly, I might say just because kind of what they've done and what they brought in the scene, and they were the earliest forefront of it. Bands like Slipknot, Mushroomhead, the Cold Chambers, and again, not worse in the sense that I can't stomach it. Like, for example, I definitely like Mushroomhead and stuff more than I like Nine Inch Nails, for example. Not that people consider Nine Inch Nails a metal band, but industrial band or whatever they are. I would definitely take Slipknot, and the Slipknot I barely even heard, and then what Craig played with this. We go, and I heard parts. Mushroomhead, I've actually heard fucking full songs. And I would definitely take that over Nine Inch Nails. I would definitely take that over fucking Tool. But I put a Tool might be in there because people consider, you know what? Let's actually use that. Let's use Tool because I haven't heard Tool in years, but I've definitely heard them, like full songs, because I think it was actually Craig that played them for me years ago. Or he pointed out, like, maybe somebody was listening to the radio, like, walking by somewhere, you know what I mean? You're at a, I don't know, maybe you're at some beer fest or something, they're playing Tool. Craig's like, that's fucking Tool. Like, oh, this shit. I was like, oh, God. I was like, oh, no, I fucking can't stand this shit. I was like, Grant, I just knew Tool was just some gay, trendy-ass fucking band. But from what I remember, I'm like, but dude, this isn't even metal. This is like alternative grungy rock. Now, I could be wrong, like I said, because I couldn't recite songs, but that was my memory. Like whatever song he pointed out, I'm like, well, people I know for a fact consider them like a metal band, not the real devil's watching this. The guys, you know what I mean? Not you guys. I know you know better. Although someone might chime in and fuck, dude, yeah, fuck you, great metal band. You know what I mean? But as far as the reason I was going to say initially the Slipknots and the Mushroom Heads is not so much because of their music, but the crowd that they brought in, the annoyance, bringing in that like that rap core shit, introducing it to the forefront, and then people are just like, "What do you mean they're rapping?" Actually, one of my cousins said that he's older than me. He's like 10 years older than me, and he's just a regular dude, right? But he actually he grew up in the 80s. Like he likes like Slayer, Hell Awaits, and Anthrax, and some good shit, but definitely not even Cannibal Corpse, right? No death metal whatsoever. But he likes some good South. I'm sure he likes Maiden, stuff like that, Black Sabbath, Ozzy. But he listens to all across the board music, right? Like I know he likes like Godsmack, etc. He's one of those guys that just whatever kind of just shoved down his throat or came his way. If he kind of enjoys it, he enjoys it, right? Whatever. But I remember it was he was doing some electrical shit for us. This is like 10 years ago or so. Craig was there witnessing too. He's like, Craig, he's like, he was appalled. Like, what do you mean, dude? He likes Mushroom Head, for example. But his big thing is he's kind of he's one of those guys that will go out of his way to let you know how much he hates rap. Like can't stay. He's one of those kind of like, it's kind of a thing like in the 90s or something like people like if they're in the metal, they almost were like prideful of hating rap, which is kind of like, I don't hate it. It's just not my thing, and whatever they can do what the fuck they want. I don't really give a shit. I don't pay attention to it, right? But he's one of those guys. Can't stand rap. Hates rap. Gives him a headache. Hates anyone that likes rap. That type of shit, right? But he likes Mushroom Head. And Craig's like, I think it was me that said it. I'm like, dude, that's fucking homeboy rap fucking metal. Like, what do you mean? Fucking that's some good heavy shit. I was like, dude, it's total. Like, yeah, it's got guitars like that. It's got parts I guess you could classify as heavy metal or whatever. I was like, but dude, he totally raps. He's like, what? How does he rap? What do you mean? Like, he was just completely confused, even crazy. Like, dude, you got to be fucking deaf. What do you mean he doesn't rap? He's like, he 100. They 100% have part. I'm not saying he's rapping from beginning to end. I was like, but yes, there is rap in Mushroom Head, 100%, and that's where the crowd was annoying. Where it was like, again, it comes back to the fucking thing of just being stupid. It's like, what do you, dude? Are you deaf? Like, how do you not, like, do you know what rapping is? Like, it's not like, okay, if you like it, fine, whatever, don't care. But for you to not even realize it, what do you mean? Like, how can it's dead ass obvious, man. But they exist like a motherfucker. They think it's like heavy shit. The Slipknot guys are the biggest fucking offenders of it. So, that's why they're annoying, is bringing that crowd in. A bunch of just almost like just bringing in a bunch of goddamn fucking oblivious dumb fucks and making, metalheads or whatever, ever since the 80s, were kind of looked at as being stupid. So, hell, we don't need more fucking stupidity in our goddamn scene to keep that stereotype going, right? Not that there's not stupid people in the scene. There absolutely is. I met some complete fucking knuckleheads in the scene. But not everybody. There's definitely some intelligent people, too. But when they come in and they're like that, and they don't even realize what they're listening to, like, what? You know what I mean? So they were those would be my most hated bands for that reason. But as a whole, I don't recall any rapping for Tool, but just the fact that people think Tool was metal or heavy or extreme or dark. And from what I remember, I just remember being total fucking grungy gay rock. I'm like this shit just completely sucks. Like I would take Cold Chamber any day of the week as far as tunes wise. I was like, this is flat out sucks. That's what I recall. Grant haven't heard in forever the Tools. But as well, even though the music was horrifically fucking bad, even worse than the Mushroom Head tunes, even though it didn't have rap, but it's worse. Like I'd rather listen to Mushroom Head as far as enjoyment purposes over Tool, and it brought in the fucking idiots because yeah, okay, they weren't rapping, they weren't bringing that in, but just people literally thought it was like, at least when I was in high school and shit, then nobody said Tool was like a satanic band, but it was all the gothy guys and girls who dressed in all black and kind of thought they were satanic or tried to be evil or cool. But then the next day they would say they like Cradle of Filth too. And they're wearing all black and making us, how does this gay ass Tool shit? I mean, it literally just sounds like fucking, like a grunge rock band that anybody like my dad or something would like. Like, well, this just fucking sucks dick. And at least like I said, the Marilyn Manson, the Cold Chambers, it's not my thing. I was like, I can at least understand where they're coming from. It's at least got some shit going on that I'm not into, but whatever. You know what I mean? So I would have to say worst fucking metal band, if you want to put them in there, Tool. I don't consider Tool a metal band. I think they're not a metal band, but what people consider, because I've met a lot of them that think they are, Tool. Worst ever. Hands down, need to go away, need to be just seeked out, found, and what is Paul Bailoff said? Found out, thrown out, and destroyed. Tool, goddammit. Never really thought about it till now. There's my answer. Tool, goddammit. Might be somebody else that I've completely forgotten about, but whew, that Tool was pretty goddamn bad. Harry Quinn, J-Dawg, how many times have you seen Misfits, and was it with the original lineup? I've seen the Misfits, I think, 3 times. Never with the original lineup. When they did that comeback, was it like right pre-COVID, maybe 2018, 2019? I wanted to go when I was considering going. There was one of the close by states, and I don't know if somebody was just making it up or what. Tickets were like $1,200. Yeah, $1,200, like $1,200. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, there's no way that that's the case. Someone was like, yeah, that's what it is. Once I heard that, I'm just like, I don't even need to look into this. I'm like, there's nobody paying $1,200. I mean, $1,200. Like, what the fuck? You better be getting goddamn all drinks included, front parking, and a fucking blowjob backstage. I mean, for $1,200. I mean, I'm not just going there to watch a band for $1,200. Kiss my ass. No fucking way. So, don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard. And a couple of people said, yeah, oh yeah. So, didn't see what the original lineup, but I mean, I would be fine with paying $50 to $100, not $1,200. Even Brisket, nice Cerebus Nunslaughter shirt. Got that right, Rob. One of the greatest 7-inches of all time. Nunslaughter Cerebus. One of my favorites for sure. The song Mother Cut Whore is definitely one of my favorite Nunslaughter songs ever. Life Eternal. Thought you were wearing a Der Sturmer shirt for a second. Nah, I don't like that shit at all, man. I was going to be surprised you liked them. Yeah, it's just junk fucking, black metal from I remember. I mean, I've heard it once in the background. I'm like, it's not nothing I'm going to do. What's the best NWOBHM bands for you besides the obvious bands like Maiden? Um, you know what? That style in general, I mean, I'm not like huge on it. A lot of the bands that were around at that time, like High Roller Records reissue and shit, I either never paid attention to, some of the more obscure ones never heard them. And when I would check them out, I'm like, I don't like it. You know what I mean? I will say it again, if they fall into this category as newer bands that I guess would be influenced by that, like I said, I just call it heavy metal. I kind of always hated that new wave of British heavy metal. It's like, what's the shit and ass fucking difference? I mean, like, I don't know, it's just fucking heavy metal. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a little, I don't know. That's how I've always thought that. But I like Sabbath Master. I think that was really good. Another band I really liked that I highly recommended, it was put out by Shadow Kingdom as well. It was they've only done a 7-inch so far. I think they're supposed to do a full length. The 7-inch is also on CD and it's got a bonus song. So I remember is the band Bloodstar, which is actually a female fronted band too. I thought it was fucking phenomenal. I liked it quite a bit actually. The which is kind of surprising as well too, because I don't like a whole lot of like. I mean, I like a good handful of heavy metal bands, but nowhere even close like death metal or black metal, anything like that, right? And I like very, very few female fronted bands, unless like it's kind of more like they're singing like black metal, death metal, like guttural type vocals, not clean vocals. Um, Again, I said it, there's deception. Like I like the first Detente record. Original Sin is probably my favorite female fronted band album. If you want to call this album. Original Sin, love that. But so not too many, maybe like 5 bands total. But Bloodstar entered that category too, and they had to have a female singer. But I highly recommend if you don't know the band Bloodstar, go over Hell's Chasm in stock too. We have the 7-inches and the CDs, I believe. I don't even have a cassette of it. I know there was a cassette of it. Came out a couple years ago, but that is fucking great. I've actually been waiting for the full length. I was really I don't know what the fuck the hold up is. I heard it was coming out or whatever. Because Tim's a good friend of mine, and I talk to him, pretty regularly, once a week or so. And I remember because I was like, yeah, this band's fucking great. So, yeah, I'm going to do the full length too. Oh, fuck yeah. I can't wait for a full length. But that was a while ago, so maybe I'll have to follow up on it. So that's another band I recommend, Bloodstar. Go check them out. They're fucking fantastic. One more goddamn question. Kevin Nordovan, Graveworm. Didn't Deceased do the Doors cover? Yes, yeah, it's pretty fucking stupid. Not sure which release it was on. Maybe Up the Tombstones. I think it was the bonus track on a repress of Blueprints for Madness. Don't quote me on that. But I think it was on there. And yeah, that's fucking junk. Let's see if we got another one more quickie. 20 minutes. We get one more quickie. Scott Cowsill, have you done any videos on your training routine? No, I haven't, because on this channel, a lot of the devils be pissing and whining because they're not into bodybuilding or training at all. So maybe, I don't know, maybe something in the future, something separate. But yeah, if you want any training tips, advice, like I said, hire old fucking J-dawg. $100 a month, limited questions. I do you can write up your training protocol, based on your goals, whatever it is. Whether it's and the thing is, you don't have to be a bodybuilder. If you're just like, I just want to lose body fat, I can do that. If you just want to be healthy and shit, I can do that. I can read fucking blood work. I recommend certain supplements, whatever the fuck you want. So whatever your goal is, you're like, I just want to be fit and healthy. Like, I don't give a shit about bodybuilding, etc. But if you're trying to build muscle too, do all that. They do $100 a month, unlimited questions, programs, diet, everything. What I recommend. So do that. But as far as videos of my training, again, I don't really want to record myself in the gym either, because then I got these fucking canoes coming up to me, and then they're watching my shit, and then they want to talk to me. It's like, oh fuck. Now I got this idiot talking to me, and I'm just there's definitely people at the gym I like, a good handful of them, but I want to keep it to a minimum because I'm there to work. You know what I mean? I don't want to be sitting there having conversations. Like, hey, how was your weekend going, man? I don't got time about oh, goddamn weekend. Hit me up for the gossip and milkshakes afterwards, man. I'm fucking training. Like, nothing pisses me off more when I'm getting ready to do a set or in the middle of a set and they come up and fucking want to talk to me. It's usually about something goddamn stupid. So, but if you start recording, people go, oh, what's going on over there? Because they're not really anybody recording shit. There's a few fucking canoes that look like 18 years old and literally look like they have never touched a weight in their life, but you're recording themselves. I'm like, fuck. Why? I mean, I'm no hate, don't care what they do. It's just kind of weird. It's like, you just started, bro. Like, what do you need to just get in and fucking start to train hard? They would record themselves. Whatever. World I don't understand. But anyways, that's it for this one, Devils. Comments, questions, concerns. You what the fuck to do. Put in the goddamn comments box. Get an answer. Break the world. Later, goddamn it.